You've become like an emergency service, I seem to be calling pretty often nowadays. But this time, it's not about an emergency. It's about my need to tell you that I would never be able to repay the love that you have shown, the justice you have shown through the limited time I have to live in this world. So I have to tell you the kind of overwhelming flood of love that I've received. I think this is the kind of naive and honest love that makes leaders, politicians, even religious leaders and stars like me, with or without deservance. Just simply you decide to love someone and they are there. I'm one such fortunate person. I have to tell you that this moment, without naming names, all the peers who sort of supported me through it, the list of them, I didn't make calls, I didn't even call, we don't wish each other on birthday occasions. We are not aloof, but we know, we acknowledge each other's presence. But I was overwhelmed by the speed with which they reacted on my behalf. When I called them to thank, they said, no, it's not just only for you. It's for all of us, and if we don't do this much, we'll be ashamed of ourselves, is what they said. They further belittled me. I don't know how to say thank you. And those people who sent their documents of their houses in Xerox and said, you can use it the way you want, I'm going to return it to them all, as I had said in a press release. They were ready to send me house keys. They've sent me cash, check, and some of them from the professional profile, could not possibly afford it. And that's very touching. What can I do is that I can continue doing work that will hopefully please them, take my cinema to a better place than where I left it. I'm not talking about the rest of them. I don't deserve, the others don't deserve to be compared with me. I'm in a very lucky position now, without much of an accident. I've survived thanks to all of you who took it up as if it were your cause. And everywhere I go, I see a different smile now. I don't know what I've done to deserve it, except tell you that I'm in trouble. For this, if there is so much kindness, I wonder why then we have riots. I am truly surprised at this broad spectrum and how suddenly our civil society can lean to one side, to the ugly side, very quickly. I think we all have a responsibility to see to it. I must thank my fans who have kept great patience. I'm not only talking about the organized social service unit that I run, that's only 10 lakhs. I'm talking about, these are people, my soldiers, who would fight for only good causes, and that to fight it with non-violence and logic rather than muscle and violence. And they've all stood, taken insults, tried not to give it back in the same coin, and above all, they have, for my sake, policed Tamil Nadu. And they have helped the police in their function also. So our civil force has increased. People with civic responsibility have increased thanks to my brothers. They've shown immense maturity in dealing with the situation. I must tell you that Tamil Nadu has not seen riots like North, like Bombay, and with this incident, I have this vague dream that we never will. And I'll do all that I can as an artist to strengthen this process, to cement this process. And whoever comes in between, I'll take on with my faculty, with my property and with my art. If it is needed again, I'll be there. It's not a fight, it's a requirement. Nobody can hold my nose and ask me to stop breathing. Nobody has known to have committed suicide by holding their nose. Your own system will kick in and stop you from doing it. That is the system that is kicked in Tamil Nadu. And we realize what's good for us and let go of this pincer-like pinch on the nose. I thank all of you, the media and my fans, and even the man on the street. I had to go to sign in the registrar office in the public place. You have to go there. And they were kind enough, because the office was crowded, they brought the notebook so I could sign it in the car. And what was most touching was one lady who was probably earning 100, 200 bucks a day, and not more. She is saying, don't sign it, don't sign it. She thought I'm signing away my property. I couldn't see for a while. My eyes were filled. Thank you, India. Thank you, Tamil Nadu. But see to it that artists like me don't get into this kind of trouble again. Because I'm a lone person. You saw how difficult it was for me to contend enormous power and a small man. There are many small men but great artists in this country, and women. It's our duty now, yours especially, now that I know the might of your media. You must always keep your eyes open. I know that we need sensational news, but certain wars are fought without sensation, both on the oppressor's side and on the victim side. So sensitize those issues, because those who will suffer in future are my brothers. Thank you. They wanted to know, some of my fans are very concerned that I have knocked out portions of the film. I must thank my Muslim brothers for leaving my film intact and only muting. For those fundamentalists who believe that I have offended, they have removed, but the rest of the country doesn't suffer those mutes. So as I said in my letter in the Facebook, the freedom of expression is intact. It's only the sound that's been clipped in places. Speech, in other words. So, but otherwise, I thank the government of India for looking into it, a fresh look. I will not arrogate myself to say that Vishwaroopam is responsible for this. I think it was long overdue, and this was one little instrument which the government thought would be useful. I thank them, and I think it should be speedily done. There are many more reforms to be done in the industry, and I'll talk to my DTH partners as well and see how best we can take forward that, because that is also a technology I believe is here to stay. And I'll come back with more news, but not necessarily to trouble you with a press meet, but I'll come back. I want you to see the film, and for once tell me whether all my troubles were worth it, and all that noise that was raised against the film was necessary or logical at all. When you see the film, you will understand that I have maintained my position. I have not indulged in any kind of subterfuges or euphemisms. I love India. And తెలుగులో కృతజ్ఞతలు చెప్పుకుంటున్నాను. మీరు చేసిన அவங்ககிட்டையும் போய் பேசணும். நானே எதிர்பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன், அதனால தேதி சொல்ல தெரியல. பட் we are working. அதாவது நான் 11ஆம் தேதி படம் ரிலீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா இப்போ Februaryல ஒர்க் ஆரம்பிக்கணும்னு நினச்சிருந்தேன். ஸோ கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு மாதம் தள்ளி போயிடுச்சு இந்த குழப்பங்கள்ல. பட் we are working. Unit has already started working for Vishwaroopam Part 2. நான் அவங்ககிட்ட அவங்களுக்கு ஆகும் பண்ணுறாங்க. இப்போ எனக்காக கெஞ்சி முடிச்சுட்டேன். என் சகோதரர்களுக்கும் கெஞ்ச வேண்டியிருந்ததுன்னா நான் கெஞ்சுவேன். ஏன்னா இது ஒத்துமையாக இருக்க வேண்டிய நேரம்னு எனக்கு தோணுது. இன்னும் பல இடையூறுகள் வரும். ஜாதிக்கு ஜாதி இடையூறு வரும். கல்ச்சரல் டெரரிசம் பல வண்ணங்களில் வந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றன என்று அதையெல்லாம் மாற்ற வேண்டும். நம் நோக்கி அன்பன்றி வேறு மருந்தில்லை. அதுதான் நான் எழுதின வரிகள். அதாவது கருச்சிதைவு ஏற்பட்டாலும் காதல் சிதையாது. இன்னும் சொல்ல போனால் கரு சிதைந்து போனால் காதல் கூடும் அடுத்த மகப்பேரை நோக்கி.